Yeah.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here and being interviewed by you. I'm also happy that I met you. Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you all, and thanks for watching this. Yeah, my name is Marcela Delgado. I am currently the title holder for Miss Universe Tamaulipas. I just competed a month ago at Miss Universe Mexico. And now in around 2 weeks from today, which is, what day is today?
Today is Saturday.
October 26th. Yeah, Saturday, October 26th. So, like in 2 weeks from today, I will be at the Miss Universe actual like competition, and I'm excited. I will be there supporting Mexico and all of the title holders. This year, host country is Mexico City, so I'm excited to go there too. And on that too, I'm also a TV host for a lifestyle TV show in my hometown city, which is Laredo, and it's called Hola. So hopefully you all can tune in there. And it broadcasts through Telemundo and as well like NBC and all of that. So it's fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
What's it like being a radio host as well, or not radio host, TV host?
Yeah, TV host.
Yeah, a TV host as well as, according to Miss Universe, and my personal opinion, the most beautiful woman in Mexico or your city.
Thank you so much. You know what? Thank you. It's really nice. I truly enjoy it a lot. It's been a journey. Like it hasn't been easy, but I feel like when you enjoy something and you just enjoy it and you learn from it and learn from every mistake and you just go up the ladder like step by step. It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. A job doesn't feel like a job when you're having fun, right? It's just your hobby. Yeah.
It is. And sometimes people, I remember when I was back in college, they would tell me, why are you like a communication major with a minor in marketing? Like, what are you going to do from there? And I'm like, bro, like there's so many things you can do from communication and in marketing.
Actually, I was about to ask that. What did you do in college? Like, what was your major and stuff? What made you decide to do communications and like marketing? And did you ever think that it would lead to a life in pageantry? Is that what it's called? Pageantry?
Yeah, pageantry. Yeah, you got that right. Awesome. Yeah. So actually, I began pageantry when I was 17 years old. That's when I did modeling before, but modeling is very different in a sense that, well, you're not competing. I guess you are, because in our world, I guess you compete even for like the best job. Like even the manager. You're going up there, but also like I don't know, like I joined pageantry since I was 17, and from there I've learned so much. And then I began college, and I wanted to become a teacher. Like communication was not near the radar at all. I wanted to be an elementary teacher, and I began my practices going to an elementary school. So first I had kindergartners, pre-K actually, and from there I was like, no, there's no way. I love kids. I don't think I can handle it for such a long period of time. So I was like, okay, maybe third graders. And then I did my internship with third graders. Oh my God, they were the sweetest souls. And I fell in love with them, and they even gave me drawings like towards the end of my internship.
That's beautiful.
It was so nice. But even then I figured like, okay, I don't think I see myself in a classroom for like the whole day, or even like outside of, because even outside of school hours, teachers still, a lot of respect to them, right? But they still need to stay there,
Their jobs all day,
right, all day like at one
grading
place.
homework, and then you got to grade tests, and then you got to deal with parents,
right? Everything. And there's a lot of things that's why I say like, oh my God, I admire, like look up to them so much, because I don't think I could. In a sense, I am a teacher because I have like a modeling studio, and that's where I teach, but it's not like an all day thing. So from there, I was like, okay, I do like being up and down. Sometimes I get stressed from it, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm tired, but I love it. Like it's a good sense of like getting tired, you know what I mean, and stressed.
As a intern for a teacher, or would it be a teacher's assistant? Yeah. Did you have any bad experiences with like parents or like the principal or anything that maybe drove you away?
Not really. As I was a teacher assistant, like I didn't really face everything, and children were super sweet. I did not, but it was mostly the thing that pulled me away from it was staying in one place. I can't be behind four walls like all
I feel the same way.
I
feel the same way. Yeah. If I sit in one spot for too long, like even doing homework, my knees start like yeah, it starts like
like okay, I need to take a walk and then come back. Yeah, I feel you.
So what specifically like pulled you to pageantry from being a teacher and like the communication stuff, as well as you said you started when you were 17, so that would be like still in high school, right?
I was a junior.
Yeah. Nice. So what pulled you towards pageantry and maybe not something like modeling or like runway things, you know?
So my aunts, it's a funny story actually, because all of my aunts have done pageantry, but it wasn't like the big thing, like not Miss Universe or anything like that. They would do like local pageants to benefit the community, and my grandparents are part of this organization which is called Lions Club, and it's about helping the community and everything. So like giving back to the community.
It's beautiful.
It's nice. It's really nice. And from there, my aunts would do it to bring funds in to the club, and that way they could donate and give back. So since my aunts would do it all of the time, then they just enrolled me in the first one I ever did. And they were like, Marcelita, you're in it. And I'm like, what? Like, I didn't even have it planned. I was like, oh my God. And that's when I did my first pageant. And from there, I got the pageant bug. And I began doing pageants and pageants.
So you were introduced by family, and then you just loved doing it. So you just continued doing it over and over again. Yeah.
And you know what? It's not based on like on the looks and stuff. It was mostly like on the learning experiences I was having and the fears I was like embracing and like phasing, that I was like, okay, now I overcame this fear. Now what's the next one I have? So I figured along the way that every pageant I was doing, I was facing a fear and I was overcoming it. So that's what kept me in there.
So it's like an act of courage.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
On that note, actually, what are your thoughts? This question is gonna be a little bit of a hardball.
Okay, I love it. Keep it going.
In the world of beauty, modeling, fashion, pageantry, there's a very big issue of like, a very high like barrier or something, where they want like skinny and skinnier and skinnier models, to the point where I've heard stories of like models that are malnourished or that just don't eat enough, or even because of their own reasons with like body image issues, self-confidence issues. How would you address that? What do you think about that? Like, is it a big issue like everyone says?
I do feel it is a big issue even up to today. Like there's a lot of things mentioned within activity and all of that. I do think though that you need to be surrounded by a well-rounded team if you're going into the modeling industry. I mean, like in everything, in every job industry, there's good and there's the bad. You need to be surrounded mostly by the good, and also be willing to put up your part. I mean, I don't see the bad ways to getting skinny or healthy. Never. Like, don't at all. But there's healthy ways to getting skinny and slimmer, and those are supported as long as you feel healthy, you know? But also be surrounded by a good team that encourages that and makes you like grow and learn and like maybe become a healthy or part of yourself, you know? Sometimes modeling, they're like, oh my God, they want skinny models and all of that. But I honestly think that some girls that I've seen, they began modeling and they started getting healthy habits too. Like, hey, I used to not care about working out, and now I work out every day because I love modeling and I love it so much that I'm like working out because I want to do it. You know what I mean? So from there, they're not only helping their image, but also helping their lifestyle. And like working out is like a lifestyle. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you those endorphins. It makes you happy, and also you like it's good for the heart. So it's like you're helping other sides, but you need to be surrounded by people that are looking into the healthier side.
Yeah. So on that note, me personally, I would say something like, there's the good and the bad, and there's gonna be a mix always, but you gotta stay balanced, right? What do you feel about that? Do you think that's correct?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Definitely. I feel like life's a balance. You need the bad to see the good in everything, right? So yeah, completely.
On that note, actually, I wanted to mention bodybuilding and like women's bodybuilding, men's bodybuilding. There's a lot of similarities, but there's also a lot of differences. Well, would you say that as someone in pageantry, would you say that maybe like women's bodybuilding is kind of similar, or would you say it's different?
I would not know. I mean, I've seen all different.
Yeah.
I've seen all different kinds of bodies. within pageantry.
Yeah.
And that's nice. That's nice. And as I was telling you earlier, like there's commercial modeling and there's high fashion editorial modeling. So it depends. You also, I feel like as a model or as a beauty queen, you must look into yourself and also see, okay, where do I fit more? Where do I feel like I can be the most successful? Like in everything in life, like same thing with your job. You know, you're like, okay, where am I a good candidate? Where do I see myself growing in? And that's where you decide to go.
Yeah. And you said before that you're a TV host,
yeah,
right? As well as Miss Universe of Mexico,
Tamaulipas, of the state within Mexico. Tamaulipas.
Tamaulipas.
There you go. Got it.
Yeah.
You got the
I got it. Let's go. Yeah. Tamaulipas, right?
Yes.
As well as I believe founder of a
modeling studio.
Yes. How do you balance your schedules and like maintain a healthy lifestyle on top of that?
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's insane. I'm up and down all the time, and that's why I say like you gotta love and really truly enjoy what you do, because my schedule right now is insane. But definitely, I somehow manage it along the way. I'm glad I graduated. I actually graduated this May.
Yeah.
So it's been a really nice year, but also it's been like challenges and everything. So
congratulations on graduating. Yeah,
I know.
It's a big milestone.
Yeah, it is.
I can't wait until the day I graduate.
Oh, you will, and you're gonna enjoy it so much. You're gonna be like, "What? I want to go back to school." That's how I am right now. I'm like, okay, but what's next? But I do want to do my master's later on, but right now I'm just not in the right timing. There's a lot of things going on in my life that I feel like if I add that, it's gonna be way more. So I guess like I wake up, like let me tell you the day of my life. So like I wake up early. Actually Thursday morning I woke up earlier and I began walking like on the treadmill and stuff, and I was reading a book. And then from there I finished, I showered, went to work, and then clocked in, started editing stuff as part of like my marketing degree minor. And that's where I like began the editing and doing marketing stuff for the TV show. And then from there, okay, it was time to film. We went to go film for 2 locations, came back, edited other stuff. After that, I headed to my studio, to my modeling studio, and we had a Halloween photo shoot for all the models. So we had the photo shoot going on. I was mentoring them within the poses, within their outfits, their confidence. And then after that, I took the pictures actually.
Oh.
Yeah, it was nice. And from there, I went back home, and it was crazy because my flight was early Friday morning. So it's like, oh my God. Yeah. I went back home, grabbed all my stuff. I was super tired, exhausted. I had dinner, went to sleep, woke up like around 4 a.m. Woke up around 4 a.m. Yeah.
That's early.
I know, it was early. I was like, oh. And then when I slept late, because the studio, it finished around 10:30 p.m., like the whole photo shoot, it was already late. So by the time I got home, it was probably like around 12. Got back home, everything. I woke up at 4 a.m., began doing like my suitcase, everything I needed for this weekend, traveling over here. I had already talked to, since it's a TV show thing, also you're on camera. So it's like when you miss out a day at work, it's like, oh, you're missing out a day. Yeah. It's not like I can work remote. But there were things that I could edit and work remote. So I tried getting that beforehand so I could edit them here. Like as I was traveling, I was like, okay, the editing. So got that done, and then my flight, and then I got here to the airport, began working on some stuff as I was on the way, and then got here and tried to figure that all out. And now, well, I'm going back. Right now I was working, actually. I got back, and I was like, okay, opening the laptop. And then, well, like, I'm going to keep on doing that, and tomorrow my flight back, I will keep on working, and then I hope to get back home and go to the movies, have some time with my friends, and
that
then
sounds nice.
Back on the routine.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people think that celebrities and like models and like fashion queens and pageantry. What is it called?
Pageantry.
Yeah, pageantry.
Yeah, you got it.
Like Miss Universe, right? They think that like, oh, they're not very busy because, you know, once they get it, they get a lot of sponsorship deals, and then they just don't really need to do much.
Right.
They just need to stay in shape and stuff. But it turns out they're actually super busy. Yeah.
We are. And you know what? Sometimes you say like, oh, like they're pretty, la la la. They don't have to do that much. You know, maybe they're just privileged or they're lucky. Yeah. I don't think so. Like from my own perspective, like I've worked hard for it, and I've seen a lot of models and beauty pageant queens that they work so much. And that's the thing, that there's this stereotype like, oh, they're just pretty, la la la. What are they gonna do? Oh, help the world, la 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 la.
There's a lot of hard work that goes into pageantry. Yeah.
There's so much hard work that goes into pageantry. Like, to do a pageant, you have to go into theater classes. Also, for theater. Like theater.
Why
Yeah.
theater?
Because of the dancing and everything that's involved. Also, when you wear like the national costumes, you need to bring them to life.
Oh, the national costumes.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about those. Yeah.
So there's a lot involved. You have to do theater. You have to do, well, in this place I call it like oratoria, which is the Spanish word for like learning how to balance your voice and pronunciation, like learning how to talk correctly.
Like public speech.
Yes, public speaking, right? Yeah, public speech. And you have to learn that too, and then dancing too, because there's opening numbers and there's times that you need to dance, and you can tell when a competitor or a strong competitor has done dancing before. So you want to do that too, because you want to go there prepared and not like, oh my god, jump scare, like I don't know anything. No, you want to learn that beforehand. And so adding all those things to your schedule, and then even like, okay, appearance wise, adding the working out, eating healthy. I mean, it's sometimes even when I was in preparation, like towards the Miss Universe Mexico, there was times I could not even see my friends, and I would tell them like, I wish, but my schedule is so busy, and also sometimes I can't eat what they usually eat, you know, like
because the diets and everything,
right? Yeah. So it's like, ooh, like I do want to see you, but I'm not like at the right moment right now. We could maybe set up like a coffee date. Yes, you know, but like going out there and eating, sometimes it was like, oh, tempting me. So
it's like, oh, I really want that, but I know I can't have that.
Right.
You know?
So
I feel the same way. Yeah.
So, or sometimes, you know, I would rather not go and be like, oh, so. And also my schedule was very busy, but it is often like that too. And then like the working out, that takes a lot of time as well.
How long do you usually work out in a day?
I just work out once. Yeah, and well, this weekend, to be honest, I haven't worked out.
Oh no, I mean like, how long are your workouts usually?
Oh, they're an hour.
An hour.
Yeah, they're an hour. I try to balance it like that. They're an hour. Back then, they used to be 2 per day. It was 2 workouts a day, so that was tough because I was doing 1 in the morning, 1 at night. And it's not tough doing the workout because I wouldn't really enjoy it. Like once I'm working out, I hear my favorite music, and then the endorphins kick in. I'm like, best feeling ever. And then
as someone who goes to the gym often, I feel the same way.
You were telling me you work out like a lot of hours.
I work out a lot. Yeah. Back before, like I was training for the tournament, because obviously we're actually at the USA Shaolin Open 2024 right now. I'm gonna have a vlog out.
Yes, he did so good, guys.
But as like someone who does wushu, right? As the tournament gets closer, we need to like just do a lot of practice on our stuff. So what I would end up doing is I go out to the grass outside my house and I just practice for 2 hours at a time, sometimes 3 hours. I live stream it on Twitch sometimes because I get lonely.
Nice.
But yeah, it's like 1 hour and a half, 2 hours every day. But before that, actually, like when I'm not training for a tournament, I'll usually be in the gym for, I believe, 2 to 3 hours a day. And the way I split that up is the first 30 minutes or so is these like repetitive sprints. So I would go on a treadmill, I just go full speed sprint, maybe 100, 200 yards, and then I slow down to a jog for a while. And then sprint again and then jog. That way it's actually really good for losing fat, especially for me since I still got a little bit of a belly. But that's what I would do. After that, I would go do weightlifting for maybe around 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And then the rest of the time, and I would dedicate around an hour and a half to boxing. So we have a heavy bag at my gym. I go to Bay Club in California, Redwood Shores. It's a great place, country club.
That's
but
nice.
Yeah, they got this big bag. And boom, 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 boom. Hour and a half passes by. I go to one of their studios and then I practice martial arts there, wushu, for I think 40 minutes or so. So yeah.
How do you manage it with your college life? I mean, you're in high school.
I am in high school.
Yeah, sorry, high school life. But you're also telling me that you had organizations and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, the way I split it up is because I'm a senior, I only have 4 classes this year.
Oh, that's nice.
So I was able to cut down on my class by being a student clerk, which is basically helping a teacher out but the teacher doesn't really use me. So what I do is in my first period, my student clerk, I get all my work done. I send out all my emails. I get all my organization stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
Next 3 classes, I work on homework. I don't even listen to the teacher very much because everything's online. They have all their lectures online.
Right.
If I have a question, I'll ask it next class, right?
Uh-huh.
But I just get all my homework done during school hours. When I get home, either straight to the gym or straight back onto the computer doing homework. After I'm done with that, gym, and then I'll come back. I'll edit some content creation. I'll post out a video or 2, or maybe I'll stream for a while. Yeah.
That's fine. Well, that's a very good strategy. So write that down.
Yeah. But before we continue, are there any brands or any people who are sponsoring you that you would like to shout out?
Oh yeah. So for the Miss Universe, it was mostly like the Miss Universe Mexico organizations, the ones that sponsored us. And that's been really nice. And on my own, well, I do work with brands, but it's like a collaboration.
I see.
When I go model out there, well, yeah, they do find me, and it's really nice because I meet wonderful models from across the U.S., and it's wonderful. And even other nationalities that often like are visiting, and I'm like, oh my god, so that's really nice. But that depends. Like, there's a lot. But I'll go ahead and give a shout out to my Instagram so y'all can follow me and look up there.
Yeah, I'll edit it down right at the bottom there.
Yeah, so it's Marcela Delgado San SAN.
I'll edit it so it's in big text at the bottom.
I love it.
So everyone can go follow you.
Thank you.
But as we continue now, I actually wanted to add, what made you decide to agree to come and host and participate in our tournament?
You know what? I have a very dear friend. Her name is Selena Tal. And she is wonderful. She's beyond talented. She has done Tai Chi, Wushu, everything for years and years. And she has gotten so much experience. And she is a sponsor of the USA Shaolin Open.
Oh, wow.
So she's a sponsor. She was a competitor herself. She has done oh my God, she's amazing. But she's in China right now. So she was like, Marcela, can you come like for me? And I'm like, yes, I'm down. I have supported her along the way, and she has showed me amazing support to me as well within pageantry and everything. She has always been there for events and stuff. So I was like, okay, now it's my turn to give back. And that's why I was like, don't worry about it. I'll talk to my boss. I'll see how I can manage so that they can give me Friday off. And that's how we worked it out. So I came here in representation of her, and also to host and like say a few words in her behalf. So I'm excited.
Her name was
Selena Tao.
Selena Tao.
And she owns a business named Miss Cow Frozen Yogurt. It's it's COW.
Oh, yeah. I see, yeah.
COW.
Yeah, we're doing an interview. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
But,
it's Miss Cow.
Miss Cow, yeah.
COW.
Huge shout out to Selena Tao.
Yeah, she has boba. She has frozen yogurt.
That's
it's all
amazing.
delicious.
Yeah. But huge shout out for having, a friend this beautiful and getting her to come, Yeah.
Thank you. And I was so excited. And I was like, yes. And then she introduced me to Steven. So we FaceTimed prior to that. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So I'm here.
That sounds really fun, really amazing.
It is, I'm excited. I got to meet you too.
Yeah, it was great meeting you, honestly.
I know, me too.
Actually, the first time I saw you was in the hallway, and I'm like, why is she here? She's like, she's really beautiful. I don't think she's doing wushu, right? She has like the sash. You had the sash and everything on, and I'm like, she's really beautiful. Why?
Thank you.
Is she doing wushu or is she a host? I was like really confused. And then as they introduced, I'm like, oh.
Yes. No, it's wonderful. And also I admire all of you so much because it's not only being there like, oh, there you go. No, it's all the practice that's behind it for you to get to this moment.
Yeah.
So I look up to you all, and I was like, oh my God, and I admire you. So I was watching everything very nicely, and you saw me there. I was like, even my eyes were following.
I'll show you some clips later. But So as we wrap this up, I wanted to ask you, as a message to all the young girls, teens out there who might be thinking of going into modeling, going into pageantry or fashion, anything like that, what is your message to them?
To believe in yourself, and I know as it may sound so cliche, and all the time there's always these quotes like believe in you, believe in you. We see it on Instagram all the time, on Pinterest, or even from our parents or cousins. People tell us like you got to believe in yourself, right? But truly believe, be like, hear the words, be, live in you, like be you, be you and believe in yourself, because that's what's really going to put you out there. And there's no matter how many times a door may close, because sometimes you might not get it at the first time, not at the second, not at the third, but maybe the 99th time that you try, you'll get it. But that's where the belief comes in, and that's when like the courage comes in to keep on trying to get what you want. Because trust me, once you get it, it's a wonderful feeling, and you're like, I'm so glad I kept pushing. So believe that you can do it, no matter how many people tell you no matter how many doors may close. Believe in you.
I definitely agree with that message.
Oh,
I
thank
do
you.
want to say one thing with that though. You ought to believe in yourself, but you also can't be thinking of the future nonstop. You have to live in the present.
That's true.
Yeah, because if you're just thinking, oh, the next pageant, oh, the next fashion show, oh, then for us, like, oh, the next tournament, right? You're not gonna live in the moment. You're not gonna have a fun time. You're not gonna be able to actually experience what these competitions, what these pageants, what these fashion shows are all about.
You know what? And I even myself needed to hear that, because there's so many times that I'm a Taurus. I'm always worrying about, and I guess like everyone, right? But we're always worrying like, okay, what comes next? Or like, okay, I already have this scheduled. What is coming up next? That you don't enjoy the moment, and you don't really vision yourself. And that's where like, okay, enjoy the now. Like right now, we're here in Houston, enjoying now.
Enjoying Houston.
What's tomorrow? Well, that may be tomorrow, right? But it's enjoying the right now. I'm glad you really
Have you seen Kung Fu Panda?
I have not.
There is a scene. The grandmaster, like the head honcho. His name is Master Oogway. Oogway. It means turtle in Chinese.
Oh,
but
nice.
he says a quote that is really inspiring, and it's all over social media. Tomorrow is tomorrow. The past is the past. But
yesterday.
It's something like that. But like today is a gift, which is why they call it the present, right? You have to live in the present because it is a present to us to be in the present.
I love that, Ray.
Right?
I love it.
But yeah,
that's so true. What about you? What's a message you would tell everyone, maybe to all of them looking to wushu, to kung fu?
I'd say for me it is don't overwork yourself. I have a big problem with this, especially with my like weight and everything. Mm-hmm. I'm much heavier than a normal wushu athlete. I am much more bulkier. Most wushu athletes are much more skinnier. They're much more acrobatic than me. I can't like do the splits midair. I can do almost the splits midair. I can't do a front flip. I can't do a back flip in there and then land on like my knees or anything like that. But so I like overwork myself really hard to make up for that. And I actually hurt myself pretty bad doing that. I got a bone infection a few years ago in my foot because I just would not stop working out. Even like there was this one time my monk's spade, it dropped sharply on my foot. It tore like a little bit, and I wrapped it up and I just kept practicing because I needed to get better and better to make up for that difference, right? And I think it's a really important message to, while it's good to have something to focus on, don't obsess over it. You know, there's always the two ends, which are the kind of like the sins or like the vicious sides of things, and everything is only good in moderation. So if you get too obsessed with wushu, you get too obsessed with pageantry, it's gonna lead you down like a dark and like what's that word? A dark and
road?
Like a jealous path, right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they're better. They're better than me. I gotta be better than them, which will lead you down to like things like plastic surgery and all that bad stuff, right? Or you can't be on the other end too and just going, whatever, it's whatever. I can't do that. Whatever. I'll just let it go. I'll just go do this other thing instead, right? There has to be a middle ground. And that's where humans thrive in whatever hobbies, right?
That is so true.
There has to be like that that middle ground for thriving.
Yeah, and then also
things grow. Yeah.
And then also, if you obsess with something, then you don't enjoy it. And
Exactly.
That's where you'll end up hating it and have a bad memory of it when it can be something beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's the way we look at things. I saw this video where this woman, she says, it's all about perception and how the way you look at things. Like she's saying, oh my God, I have to work out. I have to go to my job. I have to drive all the way to my work. I have to, eat like this. When instead of, oh my God, I get to work. Oh my God, I get to work out. Oh my God, I get to drive to my work. I get to eat. I get to nourish my body.
Yeah.
It's the way we look at things. At sometimes we don't think about it, but it's the way we talk to ourselves too that plays a huge role. So that's really important too within every discipline.
You have to have a positive mindset on things, right? You can't be like, time to work out again. Oh, it's time to diet again. You got to be like, I can't wait to work out because I know it'll help me in the future. I can't wait to work out because it'll make me a better, more disciplined person. Or I can't wait to diet because I know I'll get skinnier and I'll love myself more, right? Not to say that you shouldn't love yourself already. Yeah.
That's tough. Yeah. It's the way we look at things.
Yeah.
It's tough when you feel sometimes that you're like, oh my God, but it plays a huge role.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm so happy we touched that.
Yeah, I think perception plays a huge role in everything. If you're going to be negative about things, you're not going to enjoy it at all.
Definitely.
Right? Like when I was a kid, say I think 11 years old, I actually quit wushu for I believe 2 years. This was 1 year before the pandemic, and then the year of the pandemic, I quit for 2 years. Because I had this one teacher who he would push me really hard. And now looking back at it, I wish I continued because I know if he kept pushing me, I would be much better than I am right now instead of quitting. But I saw it really negatively. Like, oh, he keeps stretching me so hard. Oh, he must hate me. Oh, why does he keep stretching me so wide, like with the splits? Because what we would do was they would pull our legs out to get us deeper into the splits. And then they would push our back to get us deeper into the splits. Yeah. So I would be really negative. I'm like, oh, he's so harsh on me. Oh, why does he expect so much from me? I'm only 11, 12 years old. So I quit for like a few years and then I got more disciplined. So when I was 14, I realized I think I want to get back into this because around that time I was also rediscovering my cultural roots. I'm like, I need to get back into this.
And what made you get into it again? What was it that moment that you were like?
If we're being honest, I think I just watched too much anime. But honestly, I think it's a lot to do with my cultural roots too. Because I entered this phase where I was like really into Chinese culture. I needed to know everything about it. Because my ancestors were Chinese, pure Han and everything, warlords. I'm like, I want to know more about my ancestry. I want to know more about where I come from as an individual, right? So as I did that more and more, I realized martial arts would be a great way to get into the traditional community and the older community that might know more and have more answers to my questions. And as I dove deeper into that, I met all these great people who helped me rediscover my passion for martial arts and kung fu in general. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah. That was so deep.
Thank you. Love it. But one last question.
Yes.
Do you think you could make me into a world model?
Yes. Yes, we can. We can.
Yeah.
We definitely can. I see that there.
You see it?
Yeah. We just gotta put on a suit and make that photo shoot happen. But yes, I see it.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else?
No, we're done. That's a wrap. Honestly, thanks, Ray, for this time this interview. I had a great time.
This is amazing. Yeah. Thank you so much for doing this again. It was amazing being able to talk to you, being able to meet you. I don't regret coming to Houston at all.
I'm glad.
Yeah, this was amazing.
And you did amazing. Yeah. Say your accomplishments for today.
I got 6 gold medals at the USA Shaolin Open. 2 gold in Monk Spade. I got another gold in Southern Staff, another gold in my broadsword form, another gold in my fist form, and I believe my straight sword form. So yeah.
So 6.
It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah. 6 medals for the young kid that once decided to quit and now
thank you.
went back.
Yeah, but I think
Wow.
the one thing that's more important than medals is the relationships I've
Right.
made
Definitely.
on this trip. You know, back in California, where I would compete there, I wouldn't be able to talk to a lot of people because my parents are very overprotective.
Mm-hmm.
The way they would treat these tournaments is I go in, compete, leave, straight home. But here, now that I've come here alone, I didn't fly with anyone else. It was just me. Now that I'm here, I'm going to all these after parties. I'm getting to meet all these great people. I actually met a lot of the judges and a lot of the organizers. Stephen Lee, I met him. He's a great guy, by the way. He helped organize this entire thing.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. It was amazing. Stephen Lee, all the Shifu Shiyan Cheng in like specifically Shifu Shiyan Cheng is I believe the monk for the Shaolin Temple in Houston. He was amazing. He actually helped me check in for the hotel because without him, I wouldn't be able to be in this hotel right now because they don't allow underage minors to check in. Right. So I have a huge debt of gratitude to these two people in general because without them, this whole thing wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have been able to meet you.
And look,
I wouldn't have been able to meet all the other friends and relationships I've created. And in my mind, these relationships, these people I've met, these brilliant, these wonderful, these beautiful people are what's going to be able to help me in the future. It's not the medals. The medals are just pieces of, metal, right? But these relationships that I've created that we now share, right? That's what's really going to help us in the future. Right?
I love the way you see things, and I know definitely just by the way hearing you're gonna have an amazing and bright future.
Thank you so much. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a wrap.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you all for watching and being with Ray and I. Thanks for getting to know me, and thanks for this space. I had a great time.
Yeah.
Great interview.
Yeah,
very good interviewer, by the way, too.
Thank you so much. Yeah, this is my first time doing anything like this.
I don't have any questions. He should do it more, right?
Yeah, I don't have any questions or anything. I think the basis of a good interview is just having a conversation.
Right.
I don't think there should be like a list of questions or anything. Obviously, like a basic structure, but honestly, I think the best interviews are just conversations.
Right, natural.
On the side of the street.
I agree.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And one last word of wisdom.
Well, I think we pretty much said everything.
I believe in yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you say that in Chinese? Do you know? We can look it up.
In Chinese, there's a few different translations. I believe the close one would be like trust in yourself, which would be I'm pulling a blank. It's like 相信你自己. Trust in yourself.
How?
Yeah.
相信
相信自己Yes. 相信自己 Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Let's go.
So yeah. As long as you believe in yourself and work hard, there's nothing you guys can't accomplish.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We'll
Thank
stick
you guys
with that.
so much for
Bye,
watching.
guys. Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Bye.